You gotta love a blast from the past, haven't you? Hello everyone and welcome back to the BUKC from the perspective of the Swansea University Motorsport Team, and welcome to Hooton Park, a brand new track in the BUKC and a brand new track for the vast majority of people on the grid, unless you're from North, much like our resident Benjamin Goodwin here, who has earned himself a place in the Swansea University A team as he set a faster lap time than Jasper in the test day the previous day. That's a test session that I would have been involved in as well, but unfortunately I moved to Italy just after Whilton Millthe, and so that's why I'm not at this round and also not at Clay Pigeon. We're also without Will Rattenbury and James Wright for this round. They are not here for some reason. Not that I particularly care what that reason is, and so that means we're able to introduce two brand new people to the BUKC. They go by the names of Frederick Bernstoff and Sian Jones, who has the honourable distinction of being the first lady to race in the Swansea University BUKC team. They're both going to be in the C team, so we're going to hope that they can deliver some good results and that the C team don't finish last, as they have done I think practically every round so far this year. And I'm hoping that it's fairly obvious that because I wasn't here at this round, we're very limited on camera work. I think we've got about 5 GoPros, and then we've also got a couple of these shots that were taken by some of the guys who were filming on the day as well. So as I mentioned, Ben is in the A team, the number 32, and he's starting in P22 for the first race. We also had Scott starting for the number 38 of the Swansea B team, up in 18th. There's no footage of him, as I've explained. And then in the C team, joining the fraternity of GoPro footage, we've got P-Dubs starting for the C team, the number 61, in P27. Although I'm not particularly happy with P-Dubs at the moment, because the other day he decided to be Billy Big Bollocks and slag off my videos. To which I say,
fuck you sideways, you fucking boring fucking whore, fuck off, you cow!
And so you can imagine my absolute delight when I saw this happen on the practice laps and he got all nice and wet. So there you go, P-Dubs, have some of that, you bitch. But I'm not the type of person to hold a grudge, so we're going to start on board with P-Dubs. As we can see here immediately, a man has overtaken him down the inside, but it looks like there's been an incident already into turn 1. Is P-Dubs going to make it through okay? It looks like he has, yep. I mean, it looks like he got a bit of a shunt from the back as well, but he has made it through that first corner melee, and as we come through the second corner, it looks like he's keeping it on the island, which is good enough for me so far. So we're going to cut on board to Ben, who's starting behind Taylor Adams of the UWTSD Swansea team. Ben going to stick to the outside for this start, and that looks like it's been an error as he gets involved in the incident, but I think he has just got through it okay. Yep, he moves on, he just about able to keep it going, and we're now into what I believe is the first hairpin. Yep, it is, and he's having a bit of an argy-bargy fight with a man from, I believe that's the University of Liverpool. That has now left him vulnerable to that man in the white helmet. As we come into the first of the left-handers, you can see he's been in a Club 100 sandwich there, but he's going to get through it, although he's going to lose a position to the man who overtook P-Dubs down the inside. Talking of P-Dubs, let's see if he was able to capitalise on his good start. Clearly not. And so we're now back on board with Ben as someone's having a bit of a vape on the grass there, and as we come into the first corner, it looks like there's a yellow flag and Ben gives him a bit of a bump. He puts his arm up. I mean, come on Ben, don't bump people, for God's sake. We stay on board with Ben coming into what I believe is the final hairpin. It looks like he's going to get a decent move on that man in the white helmet. Lovely stuff there. Let's catch up again with what P-Dubs is getting up to. Slow-mo makes everything better, doesn't it? Anyway, we're back on board with Ben, who looks like he's just been repassed by that guy who overtook at the final hairpin. So now we're going to come into the first hairpin, and is Ben going to be able to get an overtake done there? No, I think he's just missed out. So he's going to tuck back in behind that man in the white helmet, and now we're coming out of what appears to be the final hairpin. Hopefully Ben doesn't cock this bit up. Like that, for example. And now we are once again back on board with Ben. Oh my God, he's done exactly the same thing again. What are you doing? Don't put your hands up. God, it comes back to the old thing. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, you're a melt, Ben. Although that does actually look to have been quite a good piece of late braking, so fair play, Ben. So we haven't seen P-Dubs for a while. Let's see how he's getting on. Much like I thought. Ben now coming into what looks like the first hairpin. Is he going to have another go at the University of Liverpool? He is, but it looks like this move hasn't quite paid off, so we're going to have to wait to see that overtake happen. Oh, no, he's going to go off into the mud again. And talking of things happening again. Oh, no, actually, he's having a race here with Taylor Adams and a guy from the University of Sheffield. Is he going to be able to get an overtake? Never mind. Although he was able to get a nice move on this guy into the second of the left-handers. These corners did have some entertaining names, but I can't remember what they are. and now we're coming out of, well actually no, I remember those were the shaky shakies, and Ben is able to get an overtake on that guy in the high-vis helmet into the final corner. Now we're having a proper go at the University of Liverpool, and Ben sticks to the racing line. It looks like there's a bit of pandemonium going on in front. There's about 4 cars involved. Is Ben going to have a look on the inside into the University of Liverpool? No, he's not, but we are now heading up towards the first hairpin. We've got a guy here, looks like to be one of the Tony Kart bots, and is Ben going to have a look down the inside? Yes, he is. Well done, that man. Now, oh no, he's got a bit of a bump there from a man in a blue suit, and he gesticulates at him for good measure. So after Ben gets past this guy that looks like a bandit but isn't a bandit, he goes off in pursuit of the University of Liverpool, but unfortunately that was the closest he was able to get. But talking of getting close, here's Peter's having a go at the Tony Kart bot, and he's actually going to get an overtake done. How marvellous! I mean, I should be upset that happened, but P-Dubs, you dissed my videos, so I'm not. So there. But yep, that race ends, and Ben was able to finish in 13th place, which is quite a good result, all things considered. Scott finished in P29, I don't know what happened in that race, I'm guessing he spun. And P-Dubs finished in 35th, so he wasn't last. He was second from last. And if you think I was being mean to P-Dubs in this race, all I'll say is... you don't fuck with Susie Dent. That's me in my videos being Susie Dent there. That was the analogy I was going for, if that wasn't clear. In round 2, we had just the one kart out. We had Will Goodhue for the Swansea A team, and he did an absolutely fantastic job. Starting in P33, he got himself all the way up to P11, which is absolutely fantastic for the A team, and is exactly what we want to see from the man who is supposedly the captain of the BUKC team. No, Jasper, we didn't see that, much like we don't see Sian Jones in this race as well. She was starting for the C team down in, I believe it was P33, and then now we've got Jasper, who's up in, I believe, P8 for the Swansea B team, the number 38, and it looks like we're about to get ready to go racing here. We are starting behind the box helmet of Coventry A, and there we go. We are racing here, folks, and Jasper is looking to get a good start into the first corner. Is he going to get involved in any sort of scrap it? There's been a bit of argy-bargy there, and actually it looks like Jasper is going to get a decent start. He looks like to be all the way up into P5 if he makes this move stick, and he does. Well done, Jasper Chamberlain. Good thing we can actually see you properly now, and I don't have to refer to you as the front of Jasper's car. Now we're coming out of the shaky shakies. Is Jasper going to have a look go on this guy in the very multicoloured helmet? No, he's not, but we've got a pace car up in front. Yeah, and Jasper gets almost caught out by the push car, and that allows the man in the high-vis or multicoloured helmet to get away, and now this man in a red and white helmet is getting in his way, and it looks like there's a yellow flag of some description. Or is Jasper going to have a go at him in the shaky shakies? Actually, yes, he is. He's done a very good overtake into the shaky shakies, so there we go. Jasper maintains that position, but it looks like coming into the first corner, Jasper has now lost that position to the man in red and white, as we now head into what looks to be it. We're back into the shaky shakies. This could, for all I know, this could be Sian, but I somewhat doubt it. Although if that was you, Sian, you're a bad girl. You got in Jasper's way, and that has allowed a man who's wearing orange flotation devices to get past Jasper coming into the first hairpin. But as we come out into the second left-hander, Jasper has now got past that man with the orange flotation devices, and now we're coming into the first corner. This looks like the Janetta man who Ben was racing at Buckmore. Is Jasper going to be able to get past him? It looks like he is. And what's more, he's going to be able to get past the man in the very colourful helmet, and that is very good news for Jasper. So Jasper now going to dispense of the Janetta man. That is good to see, as we're coming once again into the second of the left-handers. Jasper has run wide, and there goes the man with the orange flotation device on his shoulder or arm or whatever the hell that is. And Jasper's being overtaken a little bit more now. He's starting to lose the ground that he made up at the start. There goes someone from King's College. There goes the very colourful man. Bit of an aggressive move there, and yep, bit of gesticulation from Jasper. As we're now coming into the left-handers, Jasper made a bit of a mistake there, and he's now allowed a man in orange to get through, and now there goes a man in another very colourful helmet to go past him into the first hairpin, and oh no.
Shit! I'm sorry guys, my bad.
You're bad indeed, Jasper, but at least you gave us a funny moment, and we got to see some more of Susie Dent. Love that girl. So with all that good work that Jasper had done at the start of the race, it was blown by that spin, but as you can see here, he's already made up another 2 positions as other people spin out, and there you see some more people spinning out, another person spinning out, about to see somebody else spinning out. Yeah, oh no, Jasper nearly runs him over. That would have been bad. And now, oh, look who we're stuck behind again. We're stuck behind Janetta man. Now this could be Jasper trying to unlap himself, or it could be Jasper getting another overtake done. Either way, he's got the overtake done, and that is a decent effort from Jasper there, as we now come into the left-handers on a different lap than the one we were just on. And is Jasper going to get a cheeky little move into the second left-hander? Yes, he is, but he also kills a cone. Fortunately, didn't get a penalty for that, but obviously that's just Should I reveal those sorts of things? I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, through the shakies, and now it looks like Jasper's going to get another move. He does give a bit of a tap to that man in the slightly differently coloured helmet, but now we are coming down the main straight, and is Jasper going to be able to get a move into the first corner? He dives to the outside line. Is there going to be anything going here for Jasper? It doesn't look like it at the moment, but no, there we go. That man has gone wide, and that allows him to get through. As we come out of the left-handers heading to the shakies, Jasper's got a nice little double overtake done there, and that was the end of the race. So despite that spin, Jasper was still able to finish in a very respectful P13, although it could have been a lot better given that he was running in the top 10 for the majority of the race. And as for Sian, she continued the theme for the C team of not finishing last, but finishing in second last, much like P-dubs.
That was sick.
So as our next racer for the B team, Jeremy Todd gets some great advice here from Will Goodhue. He is starting in P28, now getting some advice from Jasper. And then we've got Simon for the C team, starting all the way up in P4, so hopefully Simon can get a good result for the C team. And we're now getting ready to go racing here with Jeremy, and he sticks to the outside line. This looks like it's going to pay off very well, but it could have gone wrong very much there, like it did for Ben almost, but it's played off massively well for him so far. He gets a few people come down him on the inside, but looks like he's going to stick to the outside line. A few more people go off there. That looks to be at least, oh my, there's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people there, and it looks like Jeremy's going to go all the way around them, and I think I'm going to try this again because I'm not sure about the Mambo number 5, or maybe am I don't know. Actually no, you know what, let's keep at it as we come into the left-handers. It looks like Jeremy's got someone on his inside there, and that man, it looks like from the University of Leeds, does go down the inside, and Jeremy's stuck behind a man in a high-vis helmet as we head down towards the shakies. Someone from the University, no, that's the University of Leeds, or maybe University of Leeds Beckers, I'm not entirely sure, but it looks like one person got through. At least 3 people have got through, so oh no, here comes a 4th. So exciting, but it looks like Jeremy's going to get a good little bit of extra boost down the straight, and we come into the first corner. Looks like he has held off against that man who was in the black and orange, and now it looks like we come into the second corner, and there's even more people going off, and I can reveal at this point Simon had a spin and he was down at some point. Went down. Don't know where, but I don't know when. I'm guessing it happened then, but Jeremy gets overtaken there as well. So we're going to cut forward now to, he's just coming out of the first corner. Looks like he's late braking. Oh no, please let me, no, oh, bollocks. Oh, Jeremy, you were doing so, oh my God, actually that's quite a big crash. Oh, Jeremy, you were doing so well. You were doing so well, but unfortunately for Jeremy, it just sort of, oh, it just all went to pot just there. And regular viewers of this channel will know that Jeremy hasn't produced the most exciting races, but he produced an exciting start there. He stuck behind a man in a grey helmet for a while, and now we come into the end of his race, and it's about to get even more exciting. We see he's having a go at someone from the University of Liverpool. A little bit of a scrap going on between Swansea and the University of Liverpool. Is he going to try something into the first of the hairpins? It looks like he is. Has he got the move done? Yes, he has. Well done, that man. And we're now heading further into the race. We're coming out of the final hairpin. It looks like he's going to have a go at this guy in the white helmet, who's still looking at Jeremy. Is he still looking at Jeremy? Are we going to look? Yeah, no, he's not anymore. But Jeremy has got this move done from the looks of it, and we're now, 2 people have gone there, so Jeremy's made up some more places, and now we're coming out of the first hairpin and heading down. Oh, there goes the man in grey. He's just gone for a picnic in the countryside of the north of England. Jeremy gets moved done on this bandit, now stuck behind a man in a very colourful helmet, and we're now, we've run a bit wide through the final hairpin. No, you've done a bend, and that has allowed the bandit to come back through. As I said in the last video, if you wear your own suit and get overtaken by bandit, that is punishable by death. It looks like Jeremy has got that place back on bandit, but no, Jeremy, I'm sorry, you're going to have to be killed. And wow, wasn't that an exciting race? Short but sweet, and that's what we like to see. Jeremy ultimately finished in 22nd place, so he still gained positions, and Simon, he had that spin and he went down from 4th, still only to 26th, so that is still much better for the C team. 26th place over the 35th that they've had throughout the current day. So out in race 5 we had just the one driver, that was Ryan Edwards for the A team, and unfortunately it just didn't quite go to plan for him. He started 4th, but only was able to finish in P16, which just isn't quite good enough. Apparently the car didn't have a very good top end, but I think that's just code for Ryan saying I wasn't actually very good on the day. So coming into race 6, we've got James Derrick starting in 19th for the B team, who we're going to be riding on board with. Just in front of the UWTSD Swansea team, we've got Adam for the A team, starting in P15. And then the new guy, Frederick Bernstorff, starting for the C team. He's in P10, so hopefully he can deliver a good result for the C team. As we now jump on board with Derek, and we are racing now, and it looks like there's a bit of pandemonium going on. Maybe is Derek going to be able to get through here? He's getting muscled out, but it looks like we've actually had one of the cleaner starts, and that looks to be, if you can see on the left hand side, that is Frederick Bernstorff going wide, and there's a man who's already spun out, and is James going to be able to have a go at Freddie into the first hairpin? It looks like, has he got a move done? There's the University of Liverpool again. They're still getting involved, but no, Freddie has got that move done on Derek, or should I say, oh no, there goes someone spinning off. That's hilarious. And James actually losing quite a few places now, and Freddie has got a good gap to Derek. We cut away. I'm not entirely sure why. I think we must be on to a new lap. It looks like Derek is getting lapped even further, but he's just got an overtake done on a guy who's wearing a suit very similar to himself, and we're now going to cut further forward. And oh my god, that is a colourful race suit. What a good man. I'm going to call you Senor Colourful. I know you've got Tudor on your back, but no, Senor Colourful is your name. So James is going to try an overtake on Senor Colourful. Looks, oh, he's got a bit argy-bargy, but he has got the move done. That's probably not within the letter of the law, but the move has been done. He didn't get punished for it. We're now coming into the first hairpin. Yep, there goes Senor Colourful once again, and that was a decent overtake there. We're now a bit further on into race. Oh, and two people are taking part in a bit of rally crossing. James has got past one. He's going to be able to get past the other. He takes up a defensive position, but that is going to give Derek a good opportunity into the second corner. He tries to cut Derek off, and is Derek going to get this move done? No, not quite, but we are now going into the first hairpin. Derek should be able to get this move done, and it looks like he is going to be able to get it done, but no, that man in the black and orange has done a very good piece of defending, and there goes a man who originally I thought was Freddie, but having reviewed this footage I realised, oh no, it's not, because he was starting further up the grid. So we're now going to cut forward a bit further, and Derek once again involved with this man in the black and orange, and he's tried another overtake, but that hasn't quite worked out. Now he's got a man on the right hand side that looks like the guy from Birmingham B that I was fighting, but no, oh, it is Derek. Oh my word, that is a naughty little manoeuvre from Mr. James Derrick, but now he's got the Bandit coming on his right hand side into the first of left hands, but he is able to shake him off there. But now it looks like, is that the Bandit? Yes, it is. He's going to have a go into the first corner. It looks like he has got that move done. So once again, I'm sorry, James Derrick, we're going to have to kill you. Bandit now having a go on Senor Colourful, and is that going to send Senor Colourful into the path of Derek? It looks like it is as we come through the second corner. Looks like there's no opportunity there, but could there be something going into the first hairpin? Derek could have a go. He is, and look, did Senor Colourful just spin out there? I'm not entirely sure if he did, but Derek has got the move done, so now he's going to try and have a go on this Bandit, who's been very slow out of the final hairpin. Now heading down towards the first corner, they're going to try and have a drag. They're going to have a drag race, and it looks like the Bandit has one out, but he's going to try around the outside is Derek, and we're going to try around the outside again into the second corner, but unfortunately the inside line is the better defensive line, and that has given the Bandit the way to get through. And now we've got, is that, yep, there goes the black and orange man, so he's going to get through past Derek. Is that Senor Colourful about to come through as well? I can't quite see, but Derek has defended as we're now heading towards the first hairpin, and we're coming through. Oh no, that was the University of Warwick, because I watched their video. Bastards. But at least that meant Adam could get some screen time as well. That's where Derek got forced out, and now he's going to have another go on the guy who I think is wearing a very similar suit to them. But that was actually the end of Derek's race. So another good little race. I can confirm that in the end, Derek did finish in P29. Not the best result, but oh well. Adam in the A team, he got it up into 11th, so that's another good result for the A team. And Freddie, his first BUKC race, he got the C team into 21st place, so that's their best result of the year. So well done to Freddie, you can stay for sure. In terms of the overall round, we were hoping that the A team might be in with a shot of a podium with an 11th, with 2 11ths and a 13th, but unfortunately just not quite, and they ended up in 20th, 5th in class. With regards to the B team, results didn't quite go the way they would have liked, and as a result of that, they finished in P42, which is still quite a good result for them. And as for the C team, get a load of this, 48th, not last. Absolutely fantastic from the C team. That's what we like to see. I think we have to give a big hats off to Freddie and to Simon for that fact. So we go into the endurances looking to build on the results that we have achieved and hopefully get a bit higher up the grid. And the teams who have been charged with that task are, for the A team, we've got Will and Adam, with Will starting for the A team. They're starting in 24th place. The C team are being piloted by P-Dubs and Sean. P-Dubs starting in 22nd place, and then we're riding on board with James Derrick, who's starting for the B team in 36th as we get racing, and we're looking for James to get a decent start, starting from the back of the grid. Looks like we've already got some commotion up there. We've got at least one spinner. James even taking at least 3 places at the start there. There goes the 4th, and it looks like he's going to try something around the outside there. No, he's not, but he almost gets caught up in an incident there. It looks like he's lost another place right there. So it looks like Derrick has got a few positions. I think we'll just see P-Dubs up there. Yep, there he goes. Oh my god, is James Derrick going to take all of those people? It looks like he has. As we come into the first of left-handers, has he done that? It looks like, yeah, he has actually. That's a fantastic bit of racing there. But he's almost, oh, he's so nearly run into the grass. But a bit like that man from King's College A. Now he's got a man in what looks like a white helmet. He's already passed him as we come into the shakies, and we're going to head into the final corner. Is there going to be any opportunity for an overtake here? It doesn't quite look like it, although there's a man on the outside. There's a bit of fighting going on here, and it looks like Derrick has got an opportunity here. But no, there's a yellow flag, but it's not in that zone, Derrick. You could have overtaken them. You could have overtaken them into that zone. Oh, hello. That should have been an absolute stonewall black flag for the man from King's College, but as it turned out, he didn't get one. Absolute bollocks, that was. So we're now further into the race, and we're through the shakies. Oh, that was an aggressive move from that man in the red and white, but it has allowed Derrick to get past that man in what I believe was blue and black. Unfortunately, that move from the red and white man did come back to bite him as he runs into the water, and for some reason, it's just so much fun watching people run into the water at this track. Absolutely brilliant. A bit further on in the race now, we can see that the rain has come down, and the question is, will Derrick be able to keep it on track? No, he was not. But to be fair, anyone can do that. Class a bit of outbraking, and he just ends up in the mud. Let's just hope for all our sakes he doesn't do it again.
Oh my god! It's the truth! Nobody likes the truth!
So after that, not a lot happened in Derrick's race, and so he gets called into the pits and duly obliges, although he commits an absolute rookie error and forgets to undo the fuel cap at all, which cost us precious time. Not that we were really in contention for anything, but it's just a rookie error. And then he even forgets to give Scott the fuel cap, and Scott likes, what the hell's going on here? And then you know you've made a mistake when even the surly man in the pit lane is having a little bit of a laugh at you. Come on, Derrick, pull your act together. Someone else who forgot to undo the fuel cap was Scott, so it's rookie errors all round, and yep, there we go, he gets it given at last. And even coming out of the pit lane, Derrick was struggling with the fuel cap, so much so that it took him until the second corner to get it on, but look who we're stuck behind. We're now stuck behind P-Dubs. Well, we were stuck behind P-Dubs, we're now stuck behind somebody else, but very soon, Derrick was able to get a move done on the man from, I don't actually know where he's from. And as we come into the first hairpin, you can see here Derrick's getting himself involved in a nice little fight, as he's now fighting with a man. Oh no, he's going to spin out. Oh my god, that is a hell of a save. Well done, that man. I mean, if there were an award for save of the season, I think you're looking at it right there. See, as I was about to say, the man who looks like a bandit but isn't actually a bandit, he eventually got away from Derrick, although he then saw something shiny in the grass and decided to go pick it up, and that allowed Derrick to move through nicely there, although he runs a bit wide coming out of the second left-hander, and now he's having a little fight with this guy, gets a decent little overtake done. We're now coming down the back straight, and it looks like Derrick is going to use a pace car to his advantage and gets past that man in the black and yellow, and that was the end of the race. So, as for the results, the A team finished in 20th place after they were given a 1-lap deduction, which is just awful. Speaking of the A team, there is Will Goodhue. Well done, that man. Well, actually, no, not well done, that man. You're awful. 1-lap deduction, that's just crap. The B team, they started in last, and they got up to 30 seconds, so they did actually make progress. And as for the C team, they did the opposite. They didn't make any progress, and they finished in last place. We're into the final race of the day now, and starting in 13th, we've got Ben and Ryan for the A team, and as you just saw there, Freddie is starting in 15th for the C team, and starting all the way up in the lofty heights of pole position, we have Jasper Chamberlain, but we're going to come to him in a bit, as we're going to start on board with Ben as we get ready to go, and there looks to be a bit of argy, but oh my giddy aunt, that was huge. That was a massive shunt up the rear, something that Ben would have massively enjoyed a lot. And there's even, oh my god, this is absolutely awful. Well, to quote Andrew Mather from the BUKC live stream, that's one of the worst starts I've ever seen, and obviously it got restarted. And we're going to start that restart on board with Jasper, who forgot to turn his GoPro on, at the start of the race, so we missed out on a massive shunt for him in the rear. Again, something he would have enjoyed massively. But as we come into the first corner, he has been able to maintain that lead. Can he lead a lap? I think he is going to be able to. Yes, he does. Absolutely fantastic. He was actually able to maintain that lead for quite a long time. He got up to about 3.5 seconds at one point, but now we've cut back on board to see Ben, who's gesticulating once again. Looks like he's getting some more in the rear. Why are you gesticulating, Ben? You love it. But yeah, we come. Oh, there's even more gesticulation. Actually, no, not gesticulation. Sorry, there's even more punting. Just, yeah, absolutely awful start. More, yep, there we go, more gesticulation. That's the point where I wanted to say that. But it looks like Ben gets through to the second corner in front of those around him as we now head a little bit further on into the race. And there goes a man in a very colourful rainbow helmet. And there's a man in white who's decided to force Ben off the track. And I think I know what's coming up next. There's the gesticulation and there's the middle finger. That's what we like to see from Ben. Get your rage out. And there goes somebody else in a nice and colourful helmet. Good selection on the helmets there. And there goes another very good, oh, two very good selections, 3 even. Absolutely fantastic. And once again, more gesticulation. And now we're back on board with Jasper. And whilst it was great to see Jasper lead the race, it was never going to last. And there goes Oxford Brookes B getting past Jasper. Looks like he's going to try and fight into the second corner, but that has gone to pot. Talking going to pot.
Fucking disgrace it was.
I mean, that's all you can really say there, really. So yeah, as we go a bit further into the race, we can see that Oxford Brookes B has now got caught up behind. That is Ben. And there goes Oxford Brookes lapping Ben, so hopefully Jasper will be able to get past quite quickly. And I should point out at this point, Ben said he did actually have a very, the car itself had a very bad top speed. You can see there, Jasper came from so far back, was able to overtake him into, even before the braking zone, so a bit unfortunate for Ben there. And as he gets ready to come into the pits, it was so bad in fact that they had to switch cars. Apparently that car was also very dodgy as Ryan gets sent on his way. Jasper comes into the pits as well to relinquish control to Jeremy, who should have had some onboard footage here, but unfortunately his GoPro died, which was really unfortunate because he had a massive crash and that would have been absolutely fantastic. And you can see there Will and Adam giving Jasper hugs. But yeah, the crash unfortunately ruined everything for the B team. But as for the C team, who I haven't mentioned yet, they were at one point under the control of Freddie. They were leading a race. That was fantastic. So for the team that is actually last in the Constructors' Championship, that was fantastic. Anyway, relinquish control from Jeremy to Jasper to see how Jasper got on in the second part of the race. Although when I said see, what I actually mean is we see the front end of his car at an angle that is even worse than Wilton. I mean, look at that. How am I supposed to work with that? How can I put any form of meaningful commentary over that? I mean, I don't really put meaningful commentary over anything, but that, no, I'm sorry, Jasper, you're not getting anything. Apart from when you made one mistake and got a black flag for...
Second cone penalty of Ben. 2 minutes.
So yeah, awful. Anyway, Ben now takes back control from Ryan, and is anything important going to happen here? Well, he got an overtake in there. He's going to get an overtake on this man in the red suit. Yep, there we go, into the left-hander. He gets overtaken by this man in the white suit and grey with red, but then this guy goes off. And then that was the end of the race. So, quite a short one there, considering Jasper was on pole. As we see here, another little bit between Freddie and Jasper. So another little bit of karting friends, ooh. So in the end, it was another disappointing day for the B team. Even though Jasper was able to not finish in last, he wasn't much better, up in 34th, so that's third from last. As for the A team, with two carts that were slightly dodgy apparently, Ryan and Ben ended up finishing in 23rd place. But then get this, for the first time this season, the C team have been best of the Swansea teams, and they have finished in P22, which meant that overall for round 6, the Swansea B team were down in 48th place, the Swansea C team were up in 42nd, and then the Swansea A team, the number 32, were in 31st. So, as for the overall standings, that leaves the A team, the team number 32, are now in 32nd place. I should point out that last year we actually finished in 36th, but 4 teams have dropped out in front of us. The B team unfortunately have dropped down to 45th. Last year we finished in 42nd, so 45th, you know, we want to try and get into that top 40, but that's going to be difficult. But then here's the biggest news of the day. The C team, who have been last all season, they now find themselves in second from last. Absolutely fantastic for the C team, and overall I think it's been a mixed day, I think, for the Swansea University Motorsport team, but ultimately great news for the C team. A team have got to try and do their best to get into the top 30 by Clay, and the same can be said for the B team, who have got to try and get into the top 40. And with that, that is the end of this video. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed watching everyone's onboard footage as well. Obviously never been to this track, don't know what it's like, so it was a great lot of fun for me to edit. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz, and all that remains for me to say now is ta-ta, and farewell.
This is the flag of Hooton.